What's going on, folks? Right now, it's the best gamer of all time, the man that's super attractive, super sexy, and right now we are going to be doing a melee build, a build that's really freaking fun, and it actually surprises the enemy so much, they're not even going to be expecting it. It's freaking amazing, guys. So, I recommend actually doing this build, but let's actually get into the skill tree. So right now, we are on Arc Tracker skill tree right now, and we're going to actually be getting down into it. So let's actually do this right now. So first things first, we're going to go to the yellow skill tree because, as you guys may know, I'm a yellow lover. I love yellow skill tree, and in this case, we're going to pick up Nimble Climber. We're going to go Marathon Runner. We're going to put 5 points into that because moving around costs less stamina. We want to be just like Deadpool, man, just going around, just dodging bullets. And not only that, like, players are going to be so scared of us because we're like Michael Myers. Like, it's really freaking fun, in my opinion. Like, this is really fun because someone could be looting and you could be still, sneaking up behind them and just hitting them with the melee, and it's freaking hilarious to me because they start panicking and they roll, and then you're rolling too, and you're just, oh, it's so fun. But anyways, though, let's actually go into it. Youthful Lungs increases your maximum stamina, so we're going to actually put 5 points into this. Then after that, we can actually go to Slip and Slide, pick up a point right here, and then Sturdy Ankles, put a point right here. It depends on what you want to do, but Slip and Slide is actually in this case a little bit better in this scenario because, like I said, you want to actually be moving around. That it's very, very important to be moving around more than ever before, because if you're trying to get up close to another player and you're trying to kill them with the melee weapon, you need to be rolling, you need to be sliding, you need to be all doing all that stuff. When it comes down to the bots, do not worry, we will get into that. But real quick though, let's actually get into the equipment real quick because there are some advice and tips that I'd like to share. So folks, when you are doing the equipment, here is a thing you guys need to know. Stamina shots, those adrenaline shots, are really, really important. So make sure you're bringing them. And also, you want to actually have a medium shield or a light shield. Never a heavy shield. I would not recommend that because you're too slow. You could do a medium shield. You can afford to do one. And we're going to get into that and explain a little bit why. If you are wearing a medium shield, it's a little bit much more forgiving. So it's a bit forgiving. It's my opinion. It's a bit forgiving. But anyways, though, let's actually get right back to the yellow skill tree. So now we're back here now, and what we're going to be doing is carry the momentum, because after a sprint dodge roll, sprinting does not consume stamina for a short time. It's really cool. Then we're actually going to go to Calming Stroll. We're going to actually put a point right here because while walking, your stamina regenerates as if you were standing still. So put a point right there. Now, we're going to go right up here to Effortless Roll. Now, this is actually a great skill because you're going to be dodging so much, so you might as well put some 5 points into here, and then that leads us to the Heroic Leap. Now, Heroic Leap, as I was told, there's a lot of people out there that are saying that Heroic Leap is actually good. I would say it's decent. Each patch comes out and makes it a little bit better, at least what I think. Maybe, I have a tinfoil hat on, but I'm actually going to put 5 points in here because, we have enough points to afford because this right now is just a pure melee build. So let's actually get in here. So we're going to actually put 5 points into here, and now that's going to leave us to the green skill tree. We're going to go use to the weight. Wearing a shield does not slow you down as much. So we're going to put 5 points here. This is what we're going to be talking about because sometimes it might be beneficial to wear a medium shield. Yeah, I said it. Because you know what? Even though you're trying to be like Michael Myers or Jason Voorhees, or you're trying to be like both, it doesn't matter. It's actually really good to wear, some shields, because if you're going to be pushing up to them, there might be shooting at you, and, it's going to be, you have to pick your moments, especially with this one. If you're playing stealth, which we will get into, if you're actually playing a very stealthy melee assassin, which I do recommend getting into doing that. But it's something to think about, though. You could be, a brute, or you could be someone that's trying to do stealthy. But anyway, so let's actually do this. Gentle Pressure, you make less noise when breaching. Might as well pick that up. And do Proficient Prior, might as well pick that up as well. Then you do Blastborn, which is one of the worst skills in the game, in my opinion. Let's actually pick up a point, though, because we actually want Fight or Flight. When you're hurt in combat, regain a fixed amount of stamina. Now we're going to go back to Proficient Prior because breaching doors and containers take less time. We actually want to do that because we already have the thing out already. We might as well pick it up, right? Then making less noise when breaching, we're going to actually put a 5 right there, and then we're going to go all the way up and go to Unburden Roll. We're We're going to put a point right here. And this is where we get our bread and butter, folks. Bread and butter, because we get the melee skills. These 2 skills that ultimately, well, actually, sorry, excuse me, 3 skills, because one of them really is great in a PvE scenario. So, effortless swing. Melee abilities cost less stamina. Yes. 5 points. Might as well, because each time you swing, you're using that stamina, and it's going to be quite annoying. It's going to be quite an issue if you're in a PvP scenario and you are out of stamina. It'd be kind of awkward. Yeah, it's kind of awkward for that. So, you deal more melee damage to drones. You might as well pick this up, do some 5 points right here. Like I said, though, you know, those flying drones are going to be quite annoying. But, you know, if they are actually close to the ground, just a little bit close down to the ground, you can actually swing at them and you can actually hit them. Next one we're going to pick up is actually going to be a little extra. Breaching an object generates resources. And then you have loaded arms. Now, the reason why we're doing loaded arms is because I know this is a melee build, but at the end of the day, this game is relying more so with guns than melee. So, for those robots that are so high up in the air, so high up, might as well take it. But if you're crazy like me, an absolute insane man, then you don't need this skill. You can put this point to somewhere else. But if you actually are a little bit sane, yeah, you might actually want to pick up this skill. But anyways, though, let's actually go back to Survivor Stamina. When you're critically hurt, your stamina regenerates faster. Absolutely. Pick that skill up. You're gonna need it, buckaroo. Then go back to Fire Flight. When you're hurt in combat, regain a fixed amount of stamina. Has a cooldown between uses. You're actually going to put the rest of the points here, and the reason why is because we're gonna need we're gonna need it. We're gonna need it because we need the Fly Swatter, which is actually a single melee attack, destroys a tick, pop, wasp, and turret. I have no idea. I mean, it's pretty funny that this is a skill because like a lot of stuff is up in the air, but hey, you know, it's pretty cool though. We're gonna actually pick it up because you know what? It's a melee build, for God's sake. You know what? We're gonna pick it up. So Fly Swatter, there you go. Then after that, we might as well pick up Back on Your Feet. When you're critically hurt, your health regenerates until a certain limit. This is a Michael Myers skill right here. I'm telling you right now. I see that dude get punched, hit all the time, and now this is him. This should be called the Michael Myers skill right here. So we're gonna put this point right here. Now, we're going to go back to the red skill tree right now. We're going to pass over to the yellow one. We're going to go to the red one. And there's a reason why. We're going to go to Agile Croucher. And we're going to put 5 points into this. Now, we have only a few points left. Only a few. So we have only a few points left. So we're going to actually try to think about this, what we're going to do. Now, there's a lot of options that you guys have. You guys can go back to the yellow skill tree, go to the you can climb, or you can, you know, you can totally ignore the red skill tree if that's what you want. But the reason why I like the red skill tree is because your movement speed while crouching is increased. And I really like that. You know, in my opinion, I think it's just, you know, it's a must in my opinion. Then you can actually get squat. And then there we go. And then you can get in-round crafting. And then you can actually pick up the rest of this if you want. You can put some points here. Or you can actually go up here and pick some points here. There's a lot of options. That you guys can do here. But in my case, though, what I'm going to do is actually put the rest of the skill points there. And that would be it. But yeah, that's pretty much my build. This is actually something that I would do. But this is, you know, obviously you guys can comment down below and tell me what you guys think about it. You guys can tell me, hey, bro, I don't know, man. Because melee, at the end of the day, I mean, it's just a fun thing to do. I mean, it really is fun. But anyways, folks, it is time for the best gamer of all time to be signing off. But thank you guys for watching, and thank you guys for supporting the channel. And I want to also shout out to all the members out there. Thank you, Barry, for example. Barry, oh my god, you're amazing, bro. And thank you for the Glass Preacher, man. Thank you, man. Thank you for preaching to me. So everyone, I really appreciate everybody here. But anyways, though, let's actually end it off now. Best gamer signing off.
Everybody put their hands up, cause we money making, money making, money making. We slaying all these dragons, no, I'm not imagining. The problems keep on piling, oh my god, this is amazing. The problems go high.